Hey, YouTube friends. Thank you for being here on our YouTube channel, watching the podcast in video form. And as a thank you gift, we wanted to offer you 25% off of all the merch in the Hustle Humbly podcast store. You can find that at hustlehumblypodcast.store and use the code YouTube21 for 25% off anything you find there.
I'm not going to private message a husband. Good call, right? So that can't happen every time. But it was just made me think that
You're like, darn it, they were good.
they were good, and now I need to get their info again.
Call Jacob.
So, I know.
Be like, hey, sorry that didn't work out.
Yeah, can I have your family's
I'm going to need
addresses
everybody's address.
Thanks.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to Hustle Humbly. It's Alyssa and Katie, and we are two top producing realtors in the Baton Rouge market.
We work for two different companies where we should be competitors, but we have chosen community over competition.
The goal of our podcast is to encourage you to find your own way in business.
So stop comparing yourself and start embracing your strengths. Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, Katie.
How's it going?
Just lovely. How about you?
Oh, I'm just delightful.
Good.
It's as if we've just seen each other. Today is episode number 107.
Okay.
What do you want to call it?
Database revisit.
That's what I called it.
Oh, good.
Great, we're in agreement.
Perfect.
Database revisit. Here we go.
I feel like we are overdue.
Well, 107 episodes and number 9 was
Oh my gosh.
the original database, I would say.
Okay.
Especially since it is, what wouldn't you say, the cornerstone of your business.
Yes. Yes, and that is it's stayed in the top 3 episode listened to
Yeah,
for pretty much our whole podcast career so far.
always. It was number
It's
1
important.
for a long time. It's currently number 3. It's so important. And I think that people have a lot of logistical questions surrounding your database.
Yes.
Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And we're going to actually address a couple more today. But it needs a revisit.
Yes.
Okay. Since the time of our original episode, I actually did, probably last fall, I did a 5-day database challenge
Oh.
in my Facebook group. And, we kind of went through different parts of how to prepare your database and who should be on your database and all that good jazz, which I do plan to re-release those videos with maybe like a worksheet and some homework as like a little mini course for free.
Perfect.
Like a little database
Refresh.
checkup.
Okay.
A checkup, if you will.
Great.
Okay, so tell me what made you want to talk about this.
I am just cleaning house a little bit
Tell us about that.
and going through my database to see. I felt like it was getting a little bit too big.
I think that's number 1.
It was creeping up on me.
It can be too big.
was
How
too
big
big.
was yours?
It was getting close to over 500.
Yeah. What do you feel like is a manageable number for you?
I think keeping it around 400 is not that bad
Okay.
based on how I work the database.
Correct.
It's fine for me.
I would like to interject here that I feel like 400 is a large
It is a large
database.
number. Yes.
I have taught in the past and have used the practice of 150 is sort of the sweet spot where you're trying. Look, if you only have 10 people in your database, fine. You have to treat the 10 people very well.
Very well.
Very well. Check on them, take them to coffee, lunch. You do not talk to them about real estate every time, but you just touch them a little more often. I think that the best goal when you're new is to get to 100.
Yes.
The first 100 is crucial because you also are not going to you're not going to reach out to these people every week or every month. No. Like once a quarter is probably a nice frequency.
So what I've been doing lately is I have always had just one Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
But it was frustrating me a little bit because like my mom is on it.
Right.
And my grandma is
like,
on it.
I don't need y'all on here.
I don't need them there, but I do need them because I do mail them a Christmas card.
I see.
So I didn't want to delete them
Okay.
out of my database because
you know what I have?
I send a Christmas card.
Right. I have it sectioned off.
I just did that.
So I cycled down like my personal contacts that get a Christmas card that would not be someone I also sent a real estate update to, like my mom
Right.
or my out of town aunt.
Yes.
They're at the bottom of the spreadsheet.
Okay, so this all stemmed from when I first started my database.
Okay.
In my Excel spreadsheet, I had too many tabs.
Oh.
I had, this is the church group.
Right.
This
And
is
you found you didn't need that.
And I found it was too many tabs.
Okay.
I needed everything in one place.
Right.
So for the past several years, I have been operating out of one Excel spreadsheet.
Okay.
And it has been going fine, but I just felt like I was losing the important people
that
for
you
my
wanted.
business.
Right.
Versus the people who I just want to send a Christmas card to.
I have a question. Do you designate the people on your database as A, B, C, D?
No.
They're all on there or they're off.
Right.
You're on or you're off.
Well, what's crazy is a lot of my clients that are like currently looking, they're not on there because they don't have an address yet.
Yeah.
They're in transition.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have it. But what I just did was I really cleaned house and deleted people.
How did you decide who to delete?
I just was like, that transaction was not a pleasant experience.
All right.
And I'm okay. If they call me back, I might work with them, but I'm not going to be here spending energy on this relationship that maybe we didn't click well.
Okay.
Or so whenever I have a seller move away, I was still following up with them.
Okay.
But some of them are never coming back.
You're not coming back.
They're never coming back. Okay.
You're not coming back.
And I just thought I have been reaching out for 3 years, sending Christmas cards or handwritten letters. And I had to say, I gave it 3 good years.
It's okay
and I've
to let
never
you
gotten
go.
a Christmas card back.
No.
And they're not coming back.
Right.
It's okay to just clean this out and designate my resources. So I deleted a lot of out-of-towners.
Okay.
Because I did have every past client.
They were all in there.
They were all in there. And it was just too much. And it felt really good to let some things go.
What are you down to 400?
So I moved about 120 people over to Christmas card only.
Okay.
A lot of that is family, my husband's family.
Other agents,
because you probably got a magnet.
I don't think I did.
Okay, good. I don't know. Okay. So anyways, yes, I really cleaned house.
The people.
I moved the people.
Okay.
And now in my regular database that these are the people that I want to pop up in their life as a reminder. Hey,
as a realtor.
An agent. Yes.
Yeah.
I have about 190.
Oh.
So I have so I still have about
that's good
400 total in my database, but I have about 180
that are your real estate database.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can we back up and talk about the difference between what I call a prospect and someone who I would qualify as a member of my database?
Okay. Yeah.
Like you just said, you don't have your current buyers in your database, so they don't have an address yet. They're still in the process, right? Mm-hmm. I think that people get confused about, for instance, in your Trello video, you walk us through how if you go to the party and you meet a new friend and they say, oh, I'm thinking about selling my house in a couple of years, you would put in your prospects board, Susie at the party said in 2024, I'm thinking about moving when my, kids graduate. Okay.
Sure.
They didn't go on your database.
No.
You didn't get Susie's address. Mm-mm. You don't send Susie a Christmas card.
Right.
She's a prospect.
Right.
Right? She's not a member of your database. So I have some qualifying questions.
Okay.
For how I do this, for putting people on the database. Okay. So a prospect is someone that's not quite ready to be put on your database. Now, let's just say you show houses to somebody for 6 months. They haven't found the house yet, but now you've got a pretty deep relationship. They might end up on the database.
They may.
Or if they put their search on hold.
And honestly, I think Susie could go on the database. Because for the next 4 years, she's not
way out there
moving for 4 years.
Yeah.
So she would be a good one to add to the database.
Okay.
To message and say, hey, what is your address?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how I qualify. These are my qualifying questions.
Okay.
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Do I know them? Do I like them? Mm-hmm. Do I like them? Do I feel comfortable reaching out to them via phone, text, email, social media, or snail mail? And it has to be more than one of those ways.
Okay.
And do I feel comfortable asking for their address?
Great.
If I don't feel comfortable asking Susie for the party from her address, because we didn't, I mean, it was a short exchange, and I'm just like, maybe I don't even know her phone number.
Right.
No, I'm not going to get an investigator
Susie
to get her
may
number.
be good to add on social media.
Yes.
And
Thank
it can
you.
stop there.
Perfect.
It maybe doesn't need to be in the
Perfect.
Excel spreadsheet.
She does not need to be in the spreadsheet. Also, if I got an online lead from Realtor.com or Zillow or wherever.
they are not in the spreadsheet.
They do not belong in your database. Those are definitely prospects. And sometimes those are not even yet in the prospect category. They're
Right.
it's like lead, prospect, database member.
Yes. And so many people that pay for online leads have this system that automatically puts all incoming leads into their database.
In their CRM.
Yes.
In the fancy CRM.
Oh,
No.
would be
No.
tragic.
Tragic. 'Cause here's why. It's not because you don't want a lot of people in your database. It's because you cannot physically follow up in a meaningful way with that many people.
Right.
And then it becomes overwhelming and you feel, and the perfectionism creeps in and you're like, well, I wasn't able to contact all of the database, so I'm just not going to contact any of the database.
Yes.
I'm just going to let it all go.
And we're approaching September, and that is when I start my writing handwritten letters.
Yes. So this is
to the database.
Great time for us to talk about this.
Yes.
In the fall, as maybe your business slows down a little, it is the perfect time to start thinking about this. We have not just episode 9, right? So episode 9 is the actual covering the database.
Right.
Episode 15 is database for the holidays, which is perfect to listen to now if you want to come up with some ideas on how to reach out to these people during the fall and holiday season.
Yes. Yes.
So that's the time when I think you would want to listen to that.
So I think that's also what has inspired my clean out.
Okay, because you're like,
that
I know this is coming.
This is coming.
Yeah.
I want to get it more organized, more condensed.
Right.
And,
Okay.
just see who's still worthy of being in there because I've heard back from them or
Yeah. So, okay, I want to talk about this too. We have available to our listeners the database spreadsheet.
Yes.
It's probably laughable when it's free. When
simple.
It's when they receive it, they're probably like, huh?
This is it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It does have some good instructions that come via email. But if you want to get the database, you just go to hustlehumblypodcast.com/database. You will automatically put in your email and you'll get the email instructions and you can download the actual spreadsheet. Then the other free resource you might want to consider is the Trello video.
Yes.
So you go to Google or YouTube and you type in Hustle Humbly Trello. Voila.
There it is.
It will populate. You can watch that Trello video for 20 minutes. It will change your life. Plus the database spreadsheet. And you will be ahead of, what would you say, 90% of agents?
Yes. Just the fact that you have your people organized so that you don't forget people if you have them written down somewhere.
Right. Okay. So what else do you do to clean them out?
Here's my steps right now.
Please tell me.
And I'm kind of on like a high from it. So I'm sorry that it's a little, but I'm also looking at it as just good follow-up.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's good, needed work. It's the basics.
It's important work.
Of getting in front.
Okay.
Like we forget that we are supposed to check in with people.
Yeah.
So I've already completed going through the whole thing.
Just
removing people. And then if it's a family member or something like that, moving them to the Christmas card list.
Here's my question.
Yes.
What if it is a family member like my aunt, who I know is not moving anytime soon, has used me before for real estate,
leave her.
Always sends me business.
I leave her on the business category.
Okay. Carry on.
Like my sister sends me business.
Okay.
She's on the business side and we'll get a thank you letter.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
I like to do that.
Yeah.
It also reminds them, oh, she's so professional. She's not just my sister.
She is a really good agent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to remind them.
It's worth it for me to refer her.
Yes.
I love it.
So I have done that and it is condensed.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to see who is supposed to be in there that's not.
How do you do that?
I am going through my phone contacts.
Ouch.
It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just pick a letter. Like I will do the A's today.
Right.
I will do the B's today. Whatever, as I can go.
it is allowing me to clean out my phone, but I am actually having a lot of...
You're like, oh, wait.
Oh, yes. Like,
you need to be in here.
And it's just made me go, I remember them. They were so cute. I'm going to text them.
Okay, and how's that going?
It's going really great because I'm not
selling you anything.
I'm not selling anything.
Ever.
I'm literally just being like,
hey,
I thought about you today. How's the house? How's the baby? Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of going down memory lane.
Do you think some people are afraid to do that exercise because saying how's the house might prompt the person to say, oh, we had to change the air condition this summer?
So I feel that way right after closing.
Right.
But I don't feel that way like
later.
A year
You're like,
later.
it's fine.
Yes. I feel like at that point, it's just home ownership.
It's just part of the process.
Yes.
Okay.
You're just, it is hard following up. For me, I do struggle to ask, how's the house going that 30-day mark?
Because you know there's something.
There is something.
Yeah.
Because it's not until you live in a house
that you know.
And the honeymoon phase with the house has settled down and you're seeing it for what it is and all the work that it's.
I don't want to do that.
So I don't mind. Okay. One other thing I did, just for kind of like an experiment, if you will.
Okay.
I added a column that says social media.
Okay.
Yes or no.
That's what I have.
I never had that before.
Oh, yeah.
And I am seeing, because we just think that people are up to date with us because of social media. We forget how many people. Right.
Or that aren't even your friends.
Exactly. So I have reconnected.
So you're going and like adding
friends, yes. Yeah. And then I'm making notes if they are not.
Okay, so also in my workflows for after closing, one of them is if I'm not yet friends with them in a social media place where I am, I go and do that.
Yes.
It's on my checklist.
So that is now on my checklist.
Good. Okay, I like it.
It was not before. And sometimes they would just friend request me and I would accept.
Right.
But I was not intentionally.
You weren't checking behind.
So, but as I'm going down the list, I am going and commenting on one of their things.
Love it.
So if I'm friends with them, I'm commenting. If
That's
I'm not,
very effective database contact.
And it like alerts Facebook that we're like friends.
Please show me their things.
Please show me their stuff because I commented.
Yeah.
So even just in the last couple of weeks, like, I'm starting to see who I want to see.
Yeah.
Because I'm going down the list.
And talking to them.
Yeah. And then when I get to that person where they don't have social media, it's a good reminder to me that
you better talk to them some other way.
Maybe I should shoot them a text, see how they're doing. So I don't know. It's been really fun. Now, I've only done Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe when I'm done,
I'm going to tell you right
now,
it's hard to do it on Instagram.
I know, because you can't find people that well.
Facebook is easier to find them. It is easier to friend them, and that is a two-way street.
Right.
If you go to Instagram and you find them and follow them, they do not automatically follow you.
Right.
And it also shows you your feed is not filled with you follow too many people. I don't know what it is. And Instagram, I see the same 10 accounts over and over again.
Same.
You're not
frustrating.
Very frustrating. I think Facebook is, but I'll tell you one of the other things I teach and I learned somewhere, you can sort your Facebook friends into lists.
Okay.
So you can make a list called database or past clients or whatever the heck you want to call them. And you can hit that button that says sort feed by database. And every single post you see will be your database. So once a week you go into that and you just like, comment, hey, message, whatever, done. Every single, but that's only, of course, if that person posts.
Right. Hello, friends. We are so excited that so many of you are using the template course and the reviews are just pouring in, letting us know that it has helped your business as much as it has helped our business.
Yes, listen to this review. Thank you so much for providing this wealth of information, knowledge in template form. So far, I've used a handful and received positive feedback like, this is so professional, or I really appreciate how organized you are. I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah,
your clients are actually going to say that.
Yes.
All right, here's another one. Thank you so much for this. I can't tell you how many times I've started this and how many notebooks of samples and notes I had. I have ADHD and it is super hard to stay focused on getting it done. Having it all in one place is going to make it so nice.
That is what we're here for.
I know. Just look, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just use these.
Yeah, nice and simple, easy, ready to go, ready for you to put your own logo on, make it sound like you. So head over to hustlehumblypodcast.com.
referrals.com/course.
And check it out.
That's right.
And you're going to enjoy them. You're going to love them.
You're gonna
It's going
love
to
it.
change your life.
Literally fired my assistant. They are the best. Okay, bye,
Enjoy the
friends.
template.
Yes, enjoy. What if you have friended someone on Facebook that doesn't post?
There were several clients that as I was going through the list, I was like, wait a minute, I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen her, but I'm pretty sure we're friends on Facebook.
And?
I went to her Facebook page and she hasn't made a post since 2019.
Right.
So she doesn't get on there.
She's on Instagram.
So probably so. Probably so. So right now I'm kind of just going through Facebook.
I think that's good.
And making notes there of who,
Right. Oh, I love it.
if I'm friends there.
That column of your database is very important. I think it is on the one that we share though,
Okay.
because it's a column that I was
Okay.
using.
Yeah.
I think it's on there. I'll double check.
I'm debating if I want to try to find people on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But when I'm done with Facebook, I might as well keep going.
Go for it.
And then at some point, I kind of, y'all know when it's birthdays.
You're right. Oh,
I
you said that's when we delete the people.
I delete the
which
people.
I did start doing that
so
with your
when
advice.
Facebook says it's these people's birthdays,
You're like-
I either tell them happy birthday.
Or goodbye.
Also, if it's a past client or someone that I might text them a $5 Starbucks gift card
Yeah, love
and
it.
say happy birthday.
Yep.
Or I'm like, I don't know this person. Delete.
Yeah.
So I am trying to clean out my
Right.
Facebook.
You're going to have to because you have so many.
And also, I want to say, because I feel like since the podcast, I have gotten a lot of friend requests on Facebook that I'm not necessarily accepting.
I would like to join you in that sentiment.
Okay, because
I think
Instagram
I have
is the place to be because there's no limit. So I would rather connect with our listeners
on Instagram.
so I
Right.
can keep my Facebook more people
Well,
that I
also you're
know.
limited on Facebook to
Yes,
how many.
that's
and
why.
I don't know. And because I don't know about you because I don't remember. Well, you do have I have a personal Instagram that is just people I know, and this is my rule. I have to know you and be willing to leave my children with you alone for 5 minutes. That's my Instagram personal rule.
Okay.
That account is locked down. If you're an agent or a client and you request to follow me on that, it ain't going to work. Now, to be fair, I barely post on it. It's my family photos from whatever event, and that's kind of it. My business Instagram is public. Anyone can follow along. Come. And that is where I spend most of my time and share pictures, which sometimes are still my family.
Do you do like your family stuff?
Occasionally there's a picture of my family, but mostly it's, work related or behind the scenes or whatever, and anyone can come there
Sure.
and follow me. But I post more there than Facebook.
Right.
So even if you were my Facebook friend, and then my rule for my Facebook for a long time was I had to have met you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to leave my kids with you, but I have to have seen you in person and know who you are.
Right.
I've gotten
some kind of connection.
It's trickier now because some of them now, like when an agent asks to be my Facebook friend, I'm like, well, if we've had meaningful conversation
Yes.
on Instagram or somewhere else or in an email, then I'm not as leery about saying yes. But if I can't remember your name, I mean, I'm sorry, but then I'm probably not going to accept it.
Right.
And there are a couple hundred friend requests in mine that I'm just like,
Maybe we should clean them out one day because mine are building up too.
probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. So it's not because I don't like you,
Right.
whoever you
it's
are.
just that this is Facebook is a huge part of my business. And so keeping
just
it
like what you're
clean and
saying,
tidy.
it's hard to, then you would really not see your clients or database posting if you had all of these other
Well, I feel like I don't want to get on Facebook and all I see is new listings. Like it's all realtors.
You kind of do
And
want to escape that.
Yeah,
for
I do
sure.
want to escape that.
For sure. Okay. What is that all of your rules on removing?
I'm kind of really just enjoying this process.
Yeah.
So I don't know how far I'm going to take it. Because keep in mind with the database, it is something that you are always doing.
And adding to.
And editing. So when I finish,
Well, I thought some people
I do
only add.
start
They
back
never
from the top.
Fair.
So it doesn't matter if I decide I'm going to go through my whole Facebook.
Right.
Who cares? I'm going to be in this business for decades. I have a lot to, I have all the time to go through my Facebook people, my Instagram people, my phone contacts, where else to get it really concentrated.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I'm just really enjoying it.
I love it. I remember I took a class with Lee Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a big database person. And hers, though, is a referral database. Like, there are people in her sphere who send her referrals, okay? And she was, at that time, it's been several years, adamant about, I think it was 150. Like, that was her hard stop. At 150, you're out. And she was running a pretty, and still does, a very successful team, okay? You had to have sent her an at-bat with a referral to that year to stay on the list.
Whoa.
Okay, so if you were constantly sending referrals or even just one, you get to stay on the list. But she was bringing them like Christmas wreaths and like big stuff. And then someone would say, so someone would see it on Facebook and be like, oh, I didn't get a Christmas wreath. And Lee, because she doesn't pull any punches. She was like, oh, well, you send me an at-bat next year and I'll get you back on that list.
Oh my God.
But it is basically like if you are the type of person who is going to refer me, then you get to be on my list. And she had the luxury of doing that because she had a very long established business.
Yes.
And it does not make sense to follow up with, bring gifts to, do things to someone who doesn't trust in your abilities as an agent and want to refer you. This is a business function.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay for you to be friends with them.
Right.
But they don't need to be on your database where you're constantly like trying to reach out to them and they're never going to send you a referral.
Right.
Or they're never going to use you.
And I think that there were some people that I was deleting that I kind of felt bad about because 7 years ago when I sold their house before they moved to Florida, we had a great transaction.
Well, right.
But I have not heard back. They're gone.
It's okay.
And I need to
you need to have room for the new.
Yes.
If you don't do it,
And
you
really
won't have-
concentrate it.
Right.
And I'm really pleased with how tidy it is right now.
Love it. Okay.
But I just sent out LSU football magnets.
Okay.
And it's funny because I've been getting tagged in people's like I have clients that have them from every year.
Oh, funny.
And they're tagging, like they're keeping them and they're tagging me.
Their refrigerator's
It's
chock
so
full.
funny. It is so funny. But I noticed that I didn't clean out my database before I did this.
So you're like, whoa.
For example, and I'm going to make up names. One went to Travis and Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Becky died last year.
Oh, no.
Yes. And it went to Travis and Becky. So I texted Travis and said, hey, I saw that when the magnet went out, it had not updated and I just wanted to apologize. And he was like, oh, it's okay. Thanks for the magnet.
Okay.
It was, but I felt like I needed to acknowledge.
You felt embarrassed.
Yes.
I would have.
And then what else I discovered was there was another client on there and I was like, oh, we're friends on Facebook. Because even if I know I'm friends with him on Facebook, as part of this clean
You're
out,
checking.
I'm going and
They
commenting.
unfriended you?
No. They got a divorce.
Oh, you're like, whoa.
And I didn't even know.
Oh, no.
And so I was like, oh, I need to update that.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Don't be so full of yourself that you think everyone in your database is going to reach out to you and let you know all of their life events.
managing the database is the most important part of our business.
It is the only part of your business that is actually sellable.
Yes.
So when I took Brian Buffini's class, he would basically be like, as a realtor with a real estate business, all you have is your database.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were going to sell your business tomorrow, what would you sell?
Mm-hmm.
You would say, here are the people
Mm-hmm.
who I work with. Like
Yes.
that is it. That's all. They're your customers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just huge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you the question we got.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this was the message. I have a topic request around asking for referrals from your database.
Okay.
I struggle with knowing what to say so I don't sound needy or salesy. I want to be offering my services, not asking for a favor from them and making them feel sold to, especially if it's a friend.
Okay.
Okay, do you have thoughts on this? There's more, but let's break
start
that
there.
down.
It is a mindset thing. And it's all about if you feel uncomfortable doing it, they will feel uncomfortable as well.
Right.
You got to get into the headspace of what would you want?
Well, I think that's why qualifying questions of your database are important. If you don't feel comfortable calling, texting, emailing, sending a letter, sending them a Facebook message, if you don't like them, if you don't want to talk to them, then you're not going to do it. So take them off.
Right.
But if you want to ask for referrals, I mean, you have to be the agent that when your mom or, okay, let's not like your mom, your second cousin in a big room full of people at a birthday party says, I've been thinking about this neighborhood around the corner. Your ears should perk up and you should be like, hey, I can help you with that.
Right.
If you want. No pressure. But don't ignore it.
Right.
And that's sort of the same thing as asking for referrals. If you have the same party, different person says, oh, we're getting a new principal at our school. Oh, really? They're coming from out of town. Do you know if they have an agent? Like,
I'd love to help them.
Love to help them. Like, you just have to be more open and available for a referral.
Right.
But you can also ask for them. Hey, what do you say?
Okay,
Tell me what you say.
so normally if I'm doing the handwritten letter thing, I also in my early days, did this a lot via Facebook Messenger and got good responses because to me it wasn't salesy.
No.
But it can basically just say, right now, for example, in our market that we're in, hey, inventory is super low. There are so many buyers out there looking for a house.
Yeah.
If you know any of your friends or family that are looking to sell, would you mind giving them my contact information?
Right.
Thank you. I hope the family's wonderful.
Right. Thank you.
That's it. Because you're not asking them to pay for anything or subscribe or spend. You are just asking them to think of you.
Right. Okay.
But they're not going to think of you if you don't plant that seed.
But you've also said some things like sending the letter reminds people that you're literally not too busy.
Yes.
Like if
that's like my thank you letter that goes out that I'm about to start because I start in September so that I can mail it out the week before Thanksgiving. That basically just says, I hope that y'all are doing well. I just wanted to reach out and say thank you so much for supporting my business in the past. Yeah. It really means a lot to me. I don't even ask for referrals in that letter. I just want to say thank you and I hope that y'all are doing great. I don't think there would be a problem with adding, if you know anyone looking to sell or buy, I'd be happy to help them. I hope that y'all have wonderful holidays.
Right.
It just depends which direction. I do think this year, though, as I write these letters, and y'all, if you do like 5 a day or 5 every time you sit at your desk or skip a day and do 10, whatever, however you like to operate, it goes really quickly, surprisingly. But also, I just think that sending that does say, oh, wow, she's not too busy.
She sends a letter.
She sends a letter. She is open to business. And I do like to do mail because I like to see if any come back.
Yeah. So you know
to make
they're
sure
there.
Everything's good.
Right. Okay. The next part of this was I can love on my database all day long and real estate does come up, but I do feel like asking for referrals is important. I just don't feel comfortable doing it.
Right.
So I think there's a couple of that's totally mindset.
Yes.
If you're loving on your database where you're having conversations about real estate, it should be very natural for you to say, I'm taking new clients right now. If you know someone that needs to buy or sell, just let me know.
Sure.
And then, hey, how's your kid's soccer going? I mean, like you just work it in there.
Right.
Work it in there. I don't think that you have to have like a huge, long sales pitch.
No.
Hey, do you have someone who's looking to buy or sell? I'm taking new clients or I'm working on, like you send your mid-year letter. I'm working towards my goals right now. Would love it if you know someone. If not, no biggie.
So you can sort, what I like about the Excel spreadsheet too, like say I have a client, like for example, I have a client looking in a certain area right now.
Okay.
I categorize my Excel spreadsheet by zip code.
Yeah.
And I reached out to all of those people in that zip code and said, hey, I have someone that's trying to move into this area. They really need 4 bedrooms. Yeah. This is their price point. If you know anyone, would you mind just letting me know? And what was good about that, some emails kicked back. We don't realize how every time someone gets a new job, they get a new email.
Yeah.
I'm like really sure that some of my emails are not up to date and I'm not certain how to keep those up to date all the time. Except by sending them an email and tracking did it get kicked back or did you get a response?
Okay, this is not totally off subject, but do you think that's something that would be easier to combat if you were sending, and I do not approve of the stuck garbage monthly newsletter.
Yeah.
But if you were sending hey, it's Alyssa, here's some of the houses I sold last month, and Haven is enjoying her new, classroom, and I have clients looking for X, Y, and Z. If you got religious about sending that once a month, one, you're going to for sure scrub your emails
clean.
And people are going to be getting it so that almost everyone, when they transfer to a new email, at least have some amount of time where they're getting forwarded from the old one, they might have access to it, or they might send you an email that says, hey, I'm changing my email address.
Yes. So part of my database clean out, I am trying to get them all in a good group that whenever my power washer is doing a special, I can say, hey guys, if y'all need to spruce up your house, contact this guy, tell him I sent you, and he'll give you $25 off.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, just to kind of help with this.
Yeah.
But I know with MailChimp and all that, it will show if they've even opened it.
Oh, for sure.
And if nothing is getting opened, then
right,
they may not ever be getting it. And here's the other problem. Agents go, they never responded. They don't like me. They never even got it.
Yeah, they don't even know what you're trying to say.
They don't even know.
They don't know.
That's why it's important to always be going through, because it's a never-ending job, the database.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to be working in the database.
Always.
But it's fun, I think.
I agree. Okay, because you like people. Mm-hmm. Liking people is a key component of this.
I like people, and I like checking things off of a list.
You're like,
so it's satisfying all my
this
itches.
Is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about this a little bit because you just sort of brought it up. We've talked about before, neither of us use a CRM.
Right.
I don't feel like it's necessary.
Sure.
I feel like it can be overwhelming and take up a lot of your time and not produce the results that you want. And there's a lot of steps to it. And like we've said before, it's yelling at you and the whole thing. Okay. So we have a database. It's on a spreadsheet. It's very simple and straightforward. Mm-hmm. I do think that when we think about our Facebook, and especially in what you were saying, that's what I call my digital database.
Yeah, I would say
my friends on social media are my digital database.
Yes.
Friending those people is important. Now, here's the thing. I can friend every closing that I have. Maybe or maybe not, they fall onto my database, but I could still be friends with them on my social media. I feel like your digital database can be bigger.
Because you're not having
right?
Yes,
because also you're not having to one-on-one reach out to them. You can post to your digital database, your social media, and they can all potentially see it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I cannot send 5,000 Christmas cards.
Nor would you want to.
I don't want to. But
either.
I can have 5,000 Facebook friends
that see your Christmas photos.
Possibly.
Maybe.
I mean, it's possible.
Maybe, yes.
Right, maybe. So I think it's important to just kind of think about those as two different things. And your database, those people that ended up on the spreadsheet, should just be like the cream of the crop.
Yes. Agreed.
Tippity top.
Yes.
Okay. And then we had another question. How do you add, this is very logistical, how do you add a couple to the database? Do you communicate with both or just the one you like best?
Both.
Both.
I address things to both.
You use, right, especially on mail. But if you're emailing, would you email both?
I would copy both.
What about a Facebook message? You're probably only going to do one.
Yeah, probably just the wife. I'm not going to private message a husband.
Good call.
Right?
Made me think of a story that we probably won't tell on the air. But
okay.
It's so funny. Okay, good point. Good point.
Right.
Whatever's appropriate.
Sure.
Do whatever you feel is appropriate. Mm-hmm. But I put them both on the database.
Yeah.
They both get the card.
Right.
If I delivered something, it would say both of their names.
Yes.
I guess if you're...
Example. I had a client that we were looking at houses, and we went in a bathroom, and it was like a rock wall. It was like the weirdest thing we've ever seen.
Okay.
And anyways, then on the Instagram page, Please Hate These Things. Do you follow that?
Someone just made me follow that.
Okay, so I follow it. They posted a rock bathroom. Oh. And I thought about these clients from over a year ago.
And you were like, I'm sending it.
So I screenshotted it, and I texted it to the husband and the wife
Group
in
text.
a group text.
Yeah.
And said, I saw this and it made me
my
think
God.
of y'all and it made me remember the rock bathroom. And they were like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Blah, blah, blah. We
Right.
still talk about that.
Yes.
That's all I did.
That is reaching out to your database.
Right. That's how
I
you
think
do it.
We don't need to overcomplicate it, and it doesn't need to be super salesy.
No.
In the course of that message, you reminded them, 1, that you're around,
Yep.
and 2, that you are a realtor because you're sending them a real estate photo.
Yes.
Did you ever ask them to send you a referral?
No.
No. Did you feel uncomfortable sending it?
No.
No. It's just that easy.
Yeah.
It's almost ridiculous how easy it is.
Yes.
But we really overthink it. Especially
we get
early-
in our head way too big.
Oh, and especially early on when we don't have the confidence.
Mhm.
We're like, well, I don't know what to do when I have.
People don't like me.
And some other guru told you that you had to go knock on the door and do some weird script
and
it's-
deliver a big ham
and
at
it's
Christmas.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No.
None of this has to be
No.
uncomfortable.
No, it really doesn't. Okay, well, what else on your, that's it?
Yeah, I thought this could be a short and clean, simple
Love
episode. I felt like we just needed to revisit. And, Christmas seems far away.
It's not.
But now is the time that you start sending that message that says, hey, I'm working on the Christmas card list. I wanted to make sure this was still your address.
Yeah, that is.
Or what
that
is your
the
address?
The easiest reach
Yeah.
out and be like, hey, I'm updating my database. This is a perfect time to ask all the questions.
Yes.
Do you have, has your email address changed?
Mm-hmm. And just asking those questions is following up with your clients.
Yeah, hey,
that's work.
Because you're saying to them, I still would like to keep in contact with you.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could even go so far as to reach out to clients via text or email. Well, not probably email, but via text or however, call and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a little kind of personal mix with business newsletter once a month. Would you be interested in receiving that? If so, what's your current email?
Right. Easy peasy.
I mean, whether they say yes or no, you've got
Doesn't matter.
That's fine. You
Yeah.
only want the people that want to hear from you.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Yes.
You don't want people on your database that don't want to hear from you.
Mm-hmm.
If they became a realtor, you could probably take them off.
Yeah. That's the thing too.
It's okay.
Like I had a past client who I sold him a house
Okay.
and his parents came and his sister came.
Right.
I added parents and sister to the database.
Mhm.
I asked my client for their address.
Okay.
I wrote parents and sister a thank you card.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much for being a part of Jacob's house buying process
Mhm.
and coming. I know your opinion meant a lot to him. You must be super proud of him. Thanks again. That's all it said. Again, did not ask for referrals. Those families also got Christmas cards and sent me a referral. Like I got a referral from it. Then Jacob became an agent.
Oh.
Okay. But you know what I was mad about? Jacob became an agent. So when I was coming time to send out football magnets, I just went on ahead and deleted his family. I'm not going to solicit the family business anymore. Well, Jacob only lasted like 8 months.
Oh, and now you need all that
And now I need all that info again. So that can't happen every time. But it was just made me think that
You're like, darn it, they were good.
they were good. And now I need to get their info again.
Call
So,
Jacob.
I know.
Be like, hey, sorry that didn't work out.
Yeah, can I have your family's
I'm going to
addresses
need
again?
everybody's address.
Thanks.
Out of respect for you, I deleted them all.
Right, and now I need them
And now
back.
I see that was not the best idea.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, anyways.
Okay, are you ready for a toast?
Yes.
Okay, today our toast comes from, and Jay said I better know where it came from Fargo, North Dakota. Whew. I know, and I'm not even going to attempt that accent, but it is amazing. This is from Tara Johnson, and she wants to toast to China Fogel.
Okay.
She says, we have known each other since high school and have recently reconnected in February when I switched brokerages as a new agent. Only 1 month in. She has taken me under her wing and has been such a lifesaver, helping me with all my new agent questions and being my biggest supporter.
Aw.
Without her, I feel like I would not have seen the success that I have seen so far in my short time of being an agent. Thank you, China, for always believing in me.
Oh, I like that one from high school.
I know, it's so great. Good thing she kept in touch with her.
Yes. Good thing she was friends on Facebook.
That's right.
That's
So
awesome.
good. Okay, so cheers to China and thank you to Tara, and
Cheers, everyone. Go work on that database.
go update that database.
Perfect.
If you don't have one,
Get one.
You get one before
oh my
Christmas.
Gosh, yes. Now is the time.
now is the time. Okay, bye, friends.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly podcast. Let us know who we should toast to for the next episode.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hustle Humbly Podcast. If you have an episode, topic, or question, please email us at hustlehumblypodcast@gmail.com.
Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. See you next week.
Bye.
This is the good life.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. It's very long.
Murphy, look at him. He's like, maybe if I sit here.
I'm very quiet.
Look, you don't even know I'm here, Dad.
Tricky.
They're right here.
He never made a noise in the one from today.
He was in here?
Yeah, the one. Did you listen to today's?
Oh, I thought you meant
The one that aired
Chelsea's.
today.
No,
No.
not yet. Not yet.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
What?
How long this comment is, and it's like the way it's in this.
What kind of comment?
Someone sent a question about database, and so I put it into the spreadsheet, but because it's so long, like it doesn't. I got it now. I cut and pasted over here.
What the hell did you order?
Ainsley's shoes?
That's weird.
Oh, some strange boxing, I must say. Okay, that's.
Yeah, shoes.
All right, we'll leave them out there and she can try them on. Database revisit. Got it. Okay, I got the comment up on this. And then, oh, please do. Oh, bless. And then I have my, okay. I think let's look at we're going to look at the number of that real quick and then we'll be done. Lib sim. You can move that plant a little bit. It's like attacking you. Look, there you go. Perfection.
He's doing so good.
It's doing okay, but like they're all bent that way, I guess, because of the window, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
rotate them sometimes.
But then it looks all weird. Like the back, that's like clearly the back side, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Okay, well, I can't wait to see your little flip house. Like your dad's like, can't you just list it for $199 and call it a day?
I was like, shoot. Why did you say that?
You're right. I sure could. Way to think outside the box, Dad.
I do think I would feel bad.
Don't do it if you're going to feel bad. We're at 272,000 downloads.
What?
272,000 downloads.
Okay.
Total.
Wow.
The highest culture of the real estate industry is just over 4,000.
Okay.
Intro 3,900, database 3,800. It's number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is number 9, database. I didn't re-listen to it before today.
Should we write down the holiday one? Or not really? Does it matter?
Nobody likes that one.
I know.
All right, we'll tell
But I
them.
think they should.
Fine, it's about to be the holidays again. Number 15. Database for the holidays. Now's a great time to actually.
I was just about to say that.
That's fine. Okay. Jay, this is all recording? Yeah. We're going to start. Is the dog out? Are you going to close the door? Yeah. He can't come in and out. He has to pick.
Pick one, Murphy.
You have to pick. Okay. I didn't look at my teeth. I should probably do that. My hair. You know, I told you my hair lady had the COVID.
No.
So I'm like a month behind on my hair situation. It's no good. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Great.